Hello, 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 hello. Ah, great start. There we go. Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. One thing to mention, if you haven't seen already, I have finally sorted out my YouTube. So it has all the Hat for Boyfriends on it, all the VLR. They are the full streams, they're nothing cut or anything yet. That is a future project, depending if it's what people want. But for now, at least they're all available, so you can kind of watch it back. If you haven't seen it before, you can always go back and watch them. And if you don't want to play the games, they're great little background things. So yeah, if you want to share that around and stuff, that'd be highly appreciated. And then I'll be uploading the Ace Attorney stuff and anything else that I play as I do it. And hopefully something comes from it. You never know. So, this is so my stream is going to be a bit hit and miss from now, as I said last time, just due to when I'm actually available and stuff, due to a version of work coming back. Got to earn money somehow now. Unless everyone wants to keep subbing me, then I won't need to, and I can stream all the time. So they're kind of my two options at the moment. Yeah. So I'm going to stream as and when. Try and keep it as normal as possible, but you never know. You never know, unfortunately. But hey, for now, more Ace Attorney. So this is the one. So where are we? I think this is day 2 of the mystery from last time, where Mr. Edgelord, Mr. Edgelord is up for apparently shooting somebody. So we're trying to save him, but it doesn't look good at the moment. But we've managed to prolong the case from the even edgier lord, who is just trying to. He's not very nice, really, is he? But hey, why is Mayor in prison? What have I missed? Hey, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgelord made it through the day, okay? It's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. Like, hold up in contempt of court. I know I'm not a lawyer. No, I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Okay. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offence, we'll let you go after questioning. Ooh. And he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Oh, great. How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried, I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check to see if there's any waterfalls in the local area, because they are the only thing. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. coming back. Yeah. Does she want to look at my badge? No one cares about my badge. You can just show that to anyone and say I'm a liar. See, that's what I always do, but no one seems to care. But spirit mediums, well, I don't know, your clothes, I bet at least some people would recognise you. But these are medium in training clothes. I wonder if I'll ever get to be a proper medium. Like, what's the next level? Right. Ooh, we have some places to go to. I'm not really sure what we should be doing. It's just a new day, isn't it? December 26th. Oh, it's Boxing Day. Sure quiet here with nobody around. Right, I have to get Mayor out of that detention cell soon. That was really good. Police station. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene again today. Huh? Oh really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build a case against Edgelord. What has you got to say? This must be the chief of the detectives here. The chief of the detectives. He glued to his computer screen. What? Rook to bishop 7. Checkmate? I don't believe it. He must be playing chess on the computer. The police department's mascot is the Blue Badger. It's definitely like a rip-off Sonic. Gourd Lake. There's fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. Go a bit further in. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Chianti. Right, let's go chat to this one. Is she here? Oh, is it? Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. The trial today, it's, yeah? What about the trial? Well, I was going to say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgelord, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks. Detective Gumshoe, any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Alright, he said something about that in the trial yesterday. There were 2 witnesses. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Alright, I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. Oh, what's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I've never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's as clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him becoming scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now, you can see it in his eyes. But if he saw it, can't he, like, say who it was? I want to talk to you about Mayor Frey. Oh, she's not out on bail yet? That's strange. I told him to let go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I don't know what could have happened in that courtroom today if it wasn't for her. Seeing her get dragged off by the bailiff? I'll be honest with you, pal, I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what he did, you know. I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can. Thanks, mate. Oh wait, I was wondering how much bail is going to be. Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Did I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent too. Yeah, because that's what happened when you get paid as a lawyer. Right, where's she? Is she not here? Don't think a lot of takes very good care of her SUV. It's covered in dents. Can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Some stuff and things. And the camera. Obviously, I made the camera's pretty. Camera must cost a pretty penny. Hope she doesn't leave it out here to get stolen. Yeah, good point. Anything in the shop? Looks the boat rental shop is closed today too. To the entrance. And let's go to detention center. Hey Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork and free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal, can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Well, that reminds me, thanks for the bail. Thank Edgeworth. He posted bail for you. He said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. Come on, then. Ah, fresh air. I've got to say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Misbehaving's much more fun. Costing us thousands in bail. It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail. Pay your bail again. Right, I'll behave. Oh dear. What to do? Well, what should we do? I don't know. I've been in detention this whole time. It's been a couple of hours. Think I'll let you decide what we should do, deal? Great, thanks for that. Well, any thoughts you want to share? Well, I was in detention all day. I think I'd like more time to think. Poor Maya, she probably thought about Mia the whole time she was in there. No, she's a rubbish medium. What about the law officers? What have we got here? Apparently, Mr. Grossberg is on a vacation day. Well, I guess I can come in back tomorrow if I need anything. Cool, thanks for that. Super helpful. Looks like Edgeworth is in for questioning. Let's come back later. Dude at the computer? No. You must be doing training for talking down for a potential suicide. Oh, wow. Some computers. I haven't got a clue. Back to the entrance. There aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct, working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all. Oh, look who it is. Hey, it's Lotta. Y'all already did it today. What do we do now? No, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking, a little self-reflection, you might say. I realised that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started babbling any old thing that came to mind. This is someone's life on the line. So you see, I want to make it up to you. Make it up. What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I've been a witness, even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had though. I'm sorry, I know it caused y'all a lot of trouble. I'm sorry, I know it caused you a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. Know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. I hate this person. Like, I just want to be a witness for the fun of it. I'm gonna lie and send people to jail. Right, you mean the first time you witnessed a murder? Gordy. What about Gordy? Right, well the way I figure, the trial's only stoking the flames for Gordy Fever. Fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. Alright, Lada, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer too. Finish your spirit media training first. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see, actually, I've got a bit of information for you. Why are people leaving out so much important stuff? I do not understand this trial system. That fun karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. I thought this was to make it up to us. Right, I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey. I see you're thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. Like, this is still Japan, right? Am I like missing something where there's cowboys in South Japan? Just the exception, okay? Well, what it'll be, we got a deal or not? What do we do, Nick? Ah, screw you. I'm sorry, but I've no intention of dealing with you. Nor did we have any money anyway. You guys make a fine team, you know that? And I can tell you don't have any money, just look at those clothes. So any fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Whoa, Gordy? Well, Gordy doesn't... I mean, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? See something? So I've got to prove to someone. It's like proving to an anti-vaxxer that vaccines work, where they just will not believe it. What? I don't get this. Right, see you later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Why am I trying to look for the Loch Ness? Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgelord? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? This is a bit weird. I did say I'm not even bothering. Oh wow. What's that? It's the Steel Samurai. Yo, Mayor. Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it's my girl Keonce's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here, it would be like really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow, that's really impressive she would find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. Yo, Nick, what happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright? I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth, secret witness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No, really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. That's weird. Right, the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry, when did you get that big thing? Oh, well, the big guy? I've had that for about a month. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Alright. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it for repairs. So they fixed it over Christmas. And there I thought you've inflated it by yourself. Great for the bit of useless information. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. Can we, like, break in? Don't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. Boats. There's a forest. Nothing useful there. There's a lot of... Hey y'all, well, did you find anything out about Gordy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving, it gets cold out here at night time. And chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, no you don't. No sneezing. Wachoo! I told you, no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. It'll trigger on one of them Convarma finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film? Hey, the lady. It's not helpful. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about the case anymore. Yeah? Well, didn't you just say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. What are you going to do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Is it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. So you really are a uni student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a bit of a break from it. Right. It's the same thing. It didn't give me a tick. Maybe there's a UFO. What have I got? There's that. What if you get a picture of Gordy and it turns out like this enlargement did? You are crazy? A blurry picture like this doesn't make a hit story. I need a picture that screams, I'm Gordy, hear me roar. I can't turn something like this into the paper. What kind of fool do you think I am? The kind of fool that would return a blurry picture in it as evidence in a murder trial? Not to mention claiming she saw something she didn't see. Where am I going to get information on Gordy? Office? The police station. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go out and do something that's going to hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again? What do you mean again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything besides money, that is. At least he's honest. How was the investigation proceeding? It's not really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident, and the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down in the lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? Are you out of your minds? Yeek. You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then? Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. Told Detective Gumshoe the deal with Lotta. So yeah, he's going to be like, I am the police, you need to tell me. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. Let's see. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gordy. What? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. You can take whichever one you like. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on. Everything in due time. First, let me show him to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile. He's Canine police dog still in training. Missile, Missile. Here, boy. There he is. Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick, a cute dog. Cute dog. This will help us how? Next, a fishing pole. It's my own fishing pole. Looking for a monster. Yeah. How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay, next one is the last one. Metal detector. How are we supposed to find stuff with a metal? I mean, these aren't exactly like massive changes in like policing, are they? Hey, you never know. It might be eating soda cans. Or what will it be? Can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. Can't make up my mind either for the totally opposite reason. I have a feel we have to borrow the dog, right? It's gotta be the dog. Can we borrow a Missile? Sure thing, pal. Be good to him. He's so cute. Very cute with shiny eyes. To take the dog to a detention center. What about... oh, let's be smart. Let's go to the lake. Hey, Nick. Missile's been acting strangely. That little creature's one of the detectives. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy. He's definitely got drugs on him, yeah. What's wrong, Missile? Eee. Missile! Missile! Whoa, stop that thing. Cannibal, it's eating my samurai dogs. My samurai dogs. Yeah, every single one. I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry I don't pay my bills, Nick. Gonna have to this time. Maybe the dog wasn't the best idea. Come on, doggo, be helpful. I present you the dog. Oh, cute, he is. He's a canine police dog. His name's Missile. Canines, once they used to sniff things, right? I wonder what Gordy smells like. I thought about that. No, this is just her giving up. Taking photos of a UFO. Look, it's Missile. Pretty cute. Keep that mutt away from me. What am I gonna tell the big boss? There's a big boss in charge of your hot dog stand? Nick, maybe the stand isn't There's a front for mafia money laundering scheme. I think you should probably try to look a little sorry about what happened. Alright. My poor dogs. No, nothing here. Right here. I ain't got this dog. Don't waste time showing me things. You have to get cracking the case. Oh, she turned against the dog. I ain't got on this right now. That's swap. The dog's just not very good. Why is he named Missile? I know that you mention it. I'm not sure. Well, he's aptly named for what it's worth. Swap the secret weapons. Oh, here we go. Fishing pole. It breaks. Should be sure to dispose of it properly, okay? Probably not the dog anymore. Okay, Nick, this looks like a good spot. A good spot for what? Time to do some fishing. Are you serious? What are you gonna use for bait? Oh yeah. I figured something like this would happen. We should have brought Miss along with us too. At least we'd have some bait. Nick, how could you? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Jokes are better left untold. Oof, she hit me. Okay, watch this, Nick. Just try not to reel in any empty cans or boots, okay? Here we go. Yeah, my leg. Hey, what are you doing? Sorry, Lardo. Don't tell me you're all on some film company's payroll. Nick, pay her. My poor, poor wallet. Is that it? Is that... Fishing pole? Are you out your doggone mind? Yes. I mean, it's a fishing pole. It'll catch Gordy. I never thought of that. Good luck. Thanks. I don't believe it. Oh no. Do this again. Maybe back to the police station and try the metal detector? Metal detector. I'm not sure what we're going to find with this. Remember, you're hunting a monster. Anything is possible. Anything. Achievement unlocked. Secret Weapons 3. Outside the boat rental shop. It's beeping! The metal detector's found something. Sure loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out. You don't just go, I've got a metal detector. It's somewhere in here. Why do I have to check it out? Nick, look. An air tank? The valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Mayor, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? Second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Something wrapped around this. It's like a string and flags. Well, we might as well take it with us now we found it. It's heavy. Okay. So, he might know something about this. What has he done now? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. You seen this before? Huh? Me? No, never. Oh yeah, that's legit. Who the heck would go diving in the middle of winter? There's something about the way his eye twitched when I showed him the tank. I think I better pursue this line of questioning a little further. Say, is this air tank yours? Why would I have a thing like that? See? Look how there's a string of flags wrapped around the tank valve. It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai here. Hi, it's a coincidence. There's strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools and used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? You used this tank to go diving in the lake, didn't you? Well, why the heck would I go diving? Oh, it was to inflate. You're not saying it has something to do with that murder? No, not at all, just... Hey, you watch it, buddy. I'm not saying anything until my lawyer gets here. Larry, Nick is your lawyer. Well, Larry, she's right. Anyway, I've never seen the air tank, okay? Yeah, right. Larry is hiding something. Round 3. Is it yours? And you gotta use it to inflate something. Use this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? The big puffy steel samurai. No, why would you go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always use is on the frets. So I tried using the tank to inflate it just once. And it didn't go so well. As I suspected. It didn't go so well. Yeah, do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on, it's embarrassing, so I don't really want to talk about it. It went bang! Fine, whatever. It's like I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill up the steel samurai with that. Then, blam! The valve busted open and it made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. And it took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into God Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. We're on to something now. So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill up and flew away. What happened next? Well, it happened on the 20th or so. 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kayatse gave me that steel samurai after all. When did you find it? Just the night before last. Flew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it. Steel samurai, best team. Yeah, it is. Hey, Mash, hope you're okay. The night before the last was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least. Maybe we should go tell them. Look at my tank. Stop being annoying. Yep, I have to say I know exactly squat about that. It's painfully easy to know when something doesn't catch Lotta's interest. Okay, just need to talk to her then, do I? Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. You've got scoop on Gordy? Lotta, there is no such thing as Gordy. What? How can you all be so sure? Really, Nick? You all got some proof Gordy doesn't exist? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist? Of course I have proof. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without proof to back it up. Here's the proof that it doesn't exist. Take that! Take that! Larry's air tank? What are you doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Squeeze me? What are you saying, Nick? Mayor, why are you against me on this? There's a stand here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be my friend of mine tried to fill it. Use this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew up into the lake. Apparently, it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. A bang. The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph on the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the still samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dream. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Poor Lotta. To tell us this information, this better be good. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witnesses tomorrow. They said the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Boat rental? There's someone there. I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. So, every time I've gone there, not once have I knocked on the door. I'm the worst detective ever. Hold on. Yeah, night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, you mean you have another photo? Yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just a lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use of evidence, so I kept it myself. Well, she literally said that, and I said that. Here, take it. Bye now. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry. Familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. This is highly inappropriate. First time playing? Yeah, it is. I've never played any of them before. I've kept meaning to. People have told me to play it, but yeah, I've never done it before. Which makes it very difficult at times. How are you enjoying it? Oh, I'm really enjoying it, to be honest. Some of it's like really annoying. Like the like you notice things, and then you're like, why isn't that being brought up, and you can't bring it up, or it's not the right line of questioning. But I'm getting my head around it. It's fun. It's also very weird, this alternate universe where being lawful doesn't really matter. Just don't get caught within 3 days. Though, as I noticed that earlier on, as it's got later, you have to be more critical, which I am enjoying more. This is the boat shop that Lord was talking about. Like this. Like, I've been here for 3 days now, and not once have I knocked on this door. I've just assumed it's closed. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Is it a move? Caretaker shack. Yeah. Number 26. Caretaker. Have you played it before, Mash? Meg, is that you? Oh god, he's drunk. Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Oh god, he's on drugs. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Mayor. Meg, yes. Finally, made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone? Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running? An old man like me. Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello. Squawk! 3DS about 20 years ago. I found it to be an amazing and enjoyable experience. Oh, that's sweet. I have been told to play this and I'll enjoy it for years. And I've just never got around to it until now. Nick, what was that? A parrot, the one on the perch. Yes. I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. Nick, what's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of the pasta shop. That's a relief, innit, Polly? Hello, hello, squawk! Hey up. And he's asleep. I guess he's relieved. I guess he's on drugs. I can't bring up the patience to play it again because I know the reveals and plot. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's one of them where sort of you can't beat first time playing it. It's more enjoyable watching a new player go through it. Yeah, I can see that. There are some games, especially when you come to the visual novel stuff. It's always better to watch someone else struggle through it. Right. What's the bird got to say? Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello. They ignored me. What? You forgot Meg? You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly, how you been? Hello, hello. Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Why is that important? The bird did it! It's gotta know the secret words. Polly. Polly. Squawk. Hee hee cute. May has found a new friend. Well, there's various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there? Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Why is that funny? He has an electric blanket on the table. It looks so warm. That's a great idea. We should do that in the office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa. What about... What? Talk about murders? Ah, you're a party pooper, Nick. What else we got? Oh, that is poop. Looks like a kitchen unit. Funny, it doesn't look like the type who'd keep things tidy like that. You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. What's in the bin? Nope, I want to look at the bin. It's a safe. It's locked. Fishing pole looks expensive. Pasta restaurant. Pasta shop. Yep. To think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know. That makes you the third generation. Meg, yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Is it pasta from Italy? Meg? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Why is this, like, whole episode really American? How long do we have to keep all the... How long do we have to keep up this all in the family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. Is this boat... This is the boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This is the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Can I post links here? Yeah, you should be able to. The localizing clashes with the visuals so often. To the point, it's hilarious. Yeah, it's really weird sometimes. Though now you can only mention it. We haven't got many orders from spaghetti lately. What's that? Ah, Los Angeles. Yeah, I like that. All the kids and come up and say, "You dude, we want to ride in one of your boats." That's why I keep the boats out there. It's quite good when you think about how old this game is, that it was this self-aware. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. But this old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. Stop falling asleep when I'm trying to talk to you. My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Alright. Hey Polly, watch it will you? See Nick, all it takes is a little clever thinking. To steal. Quick Nick, write the number down. Hey, don't get me involved with your high schemes. The translation team did a great job considering how much this game hinges on the writing. They nailed it. Yeah. I hate when it's just like exact translation where it doesn't make sense sometimes. Like I said, if it's one where the writing really matters, we've got to put a bit of time into it, which is good. Right, can I steal from the safe now? Why does she look bad? We know the safe number. Yeah. Yeah, if you've got to deduce from what they're saying and stuff, it really matters. You're right. What can I present to him? A parrot. Remember that tricolour pasta we were talking about? Our rainbowlotti. I figured out the last colour we should use, indigo blue. There's a few good memes they stuck in there a bit 20 years ago. They might not pop as much. Ah, it should still be alright. I didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. Is this any useful? Nope, he's just talking about pasta. I'm an attorney. That's a lawyer. Oh my god, it worked! It worked, finally! Showing the badge to somebody did something! Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognise my badge. Exactly. I get it. Hey up. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. That's our chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help, but on one condition. Oh, God. Why does everyone want conditions? Just help solve a murder. Like, I would never be this much. Yes, Mr. Policeman, I will help as long as you give me money. If you order me Domino's, I'll tell you who did it. When the case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. Yep, sure. Crazy old coot. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who'd want to eat Phoenix noodles? Guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, did I just say? You too, Meg. You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, What's it you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, hello. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Should do that. You know something about this, sir? Keith. It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this? Hey up. The other night, out on the lake. I know all about that. I've seen it. Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. Don't do that. Give me more information. Gun. And he's asleep. This dude. I'm gonna fall out in a minute. This one, the empty photo? No, I've already showed him that. Oh, maybe I could just speak to him now, actually. Yes. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night, eh? Up. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one, bang. A little while later, this boat comes back, and a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. What did he say? Hey up. I forgot. This guy is useless. I remember tomorrow by court time, promise. How convenient. Need to know earlier than that. You know what? Yeah, little Terry was just here. Terry? Hey up, the kid next door. Used to always make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers grown out of his face. He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information out of this guy. Maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Ooh. What did she just say? One more time. Don't forget DL6. DL6 incident? Hey, mister. I mean, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would the bird Polly know about DL6? You have to figure out who that old man is. He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I think we need to do a little more research on the incident. Peace. Right, okay, no. Criminal. Hey pal, long time no see. It's probably been about half an hour, but okay. This is a lot of like, this is either a really small village or I'm travelling really fast, because from what I understand, I don't drive. It's just a very murdery, very tiny city. You know the boat rental shop down at Gold Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness tomorrow in court, right? Huh? How do you... It's supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that has to do something with the current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about it either. Mr. Edgelord forbade us from reading the file, so I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to the case, well, I guess I'll consider for opening the file up. I mean, that isn't... do I have anything? That one. How do I show stuff like that? Nope. There's a parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. The incident? DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6! I'm pretty sure the old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the incident? Wait, what if the old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be... I get you. Sounds like you need information on the incident. Through there is the station records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Cool. Just go into the records. Do as you wish. I guess it's time we faced Edgelord's past. This is either going to be really dark or really stupid, isn't it? There is no in between. Wow, it's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We're almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found the file. So let me know what you want to know about the DL6. I'll go to get the right file. Well, first I have to get the handle on the main facts, like a summary. Summary, here you go. December 28th, 2001. This is exactly 15 years ago, on the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in an elevator of the district courthouse. The same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 PM that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. That was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. That would be scary like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father. He said his father was shot before his very eyes, so Mr. Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. Do you have any data on the victim? Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he was still alive, he would be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he's in the elevator with his father. All shot through the thing. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Oh, okay. Right, I heard that before. Sounds just like the current case. What's going on? Got any data on the suspect in there? That'd be the guy that my mum got arrested. It was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in court. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent thanks to his defense attorney, Robert Hammond, and the victim in our case. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived so much so he had brain damage. Lost all memory of being in the elevator after he was... How airtight are these elevators? Like, if elevators are actually airtight, I am now even more scared of going through them. In fact, I'm going to look at this up. They can't be. Of course they're not. No. Yeah, but no. Like, there is no reason to make them airtight. Peace. He may be closer than we think. I guess I generally know what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Right. That's probably all we're able to find here. Now, all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. To be continued. Ooh, court case time. Gonna save the progress. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. December 27th, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Why does no one want to speak? Like, who is this dude? Like, I like she gets ruled in contempt of court and he is just trying to control court. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement. So, not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. I won't call it meaningful. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. What an arse. Order, order. Oh, wait. I have something for this. Which I completely forgot about. Order! Yeah. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Ah, must you question me? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Okay. I will call my witness. My decisive witness to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Yeah, it is. I am the proprietor of the restaurant at the Wet Noodle in Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the shop rental. You were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute, the witness hadn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Not if I don't press next. If I don't press next, it's not going to end in 3 minutes, is it? Ah! Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Yeah, he's the dude who suffocated. You can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well, let's hear his testimony. Then shall we witness? The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out of the window, I saw a boat just like floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Don't know why I was doing that, but hey. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin this cross-examination. No. There is nothing to question about my witness's testimony except everything. Ergo, no need for a cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left for our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Mr. Wright. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Rawr! Who is this dude? Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. What an ass. The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yeah, I'll let him have that. The restaurant... I mean, I won't ask him why is he so stupid. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough in a court of law, Mr. Wright. Exactly what is not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. And I heard a bang. Yeah. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat. Yeah. Then I heard another bang. Yeah. When the boat comes to shore, a man walks by my window. By your window. Hey up, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. Could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me, I saw him. This is rather important detail, added to your testimony. Tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. The man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Oh. Dad. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, the Edgeworth boy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. This judge is rubbish! On karma. He lured me into cross-examining so I could set me up for a fall. Tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick or this will be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints? The photograph showing the man was firing with his left hand. Exactly. It's easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the... Well, no, because there wouldn't be prints still on it. Everything in the witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, the witness's claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realise even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, shows proof. Do we have evidence? It's not good. Is there anything I can do? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, can you hear me, sis? Please, we need your help. Nick needs you. Just let me bring up something. 3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. He's fell asleep behind it. Fair play. The court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Alge Edgeworth. Wait, what? What? Who's that just now? Me. What? Larry. Cheeky game. What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for an adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. You say you heard the gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realised something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order! Wait. Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. It could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right, okay. Your Honour, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. Waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict within 3 days, with no evidence, with the evidence that if you can't prove someone else did it, you did it. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for 5-minute recess. After that, we'll hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. December 27th. That was too close. Hi, Rachi. Hey, how's the trial going? Trial's going fine. Well, I say fine. I got him put as guilty, and then Larry came and saved the day. So, maybe not okay. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgelord. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yeah. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Alright, he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Hey, Edgelord. You say something right? That's supposed to happen, don't worry about it. Yeah, but I didn't know it was supposed to happen. I thought I lost. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgelord, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? No. Larry wearing mittens. My god, the guy gives 0 fucks. When he fell into the lake, I mean, it's a good way to live. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol laying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. This might be our chance. Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. Back to court. I like that. Court is back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw. Before we do, I'm just going to grab a drink. I'll back a sec. And I'm back. This is the 4th trial, I think. First one was the first one. Second one was the murder of your helper. Third was Steel Samurai. So yeah, 4th. Am I missing one? No, that sounds about right. Yeah, 4th. Please testify to the court everything you saw on the night of the December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. The night of the murder. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shipyard. Then when I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard a single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine your witness. What's wrong? It's Larry. I have no idea if he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward. The night of the murder. No one's actually questioned edgelord during all this at all, either. Look at something we know about that. Around what time was that? I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around midnight. I'm not sure. Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Did I just think about going home? I heard a bang. Where did this sound come from? Yeah, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked at the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Oh. Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was a real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's the most important part of the case. So after I heard the single gunshot, I went home. So I only heard one bang. Yeah. Well, Nick. It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony. I guess I could be more helpful. I could call my sister. Oh, so talk about your sister. I don't need your sister. Single gunshot. Fired 3 times. How can you not see anything faulty? The gun was shot 3 times. Ah, it's gonna happen again. Right, I'm just gonna question everything before I start losing health. Something wrong? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, first of all, what time was it? It was after 11 o'clock when I went on the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were we on the boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something. Looking for something. Yeah, Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Irrelevant? So you slip the boat back. Yeah, so we're now... So it's this one. Ah! And that's the one he heard. Right, this isn't objectifying, it's there. An empty lake on the first gunshot. Am I just on the wrong bit? Ah, single gunshot. Then I'll show that one. Oh, I've done it again! No. What I should do is save when I inevitably completely mess this up. Right, single gunshot. Her testimony says otherwise. Nailed it. Wait a sec, Larry. You only heard one bang, are you sure? That's what I said. Well, Miss Lotter testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man said the same thing. I heard 2 gunshots that night. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me better, okay? Mr. Butts. You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, I'll tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. My radio, dude, on my headphones. What? Oh, wait. Order! Order! And stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? Listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste time. I do not accept this witness or his shoddy testimony. Oh, Mr. Wright, should I continue? I'm going to continue. Your Honour, please, allow this witness to continue his testimony. Nothing more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well. Please give your testimony and make sure to include the details like your radio. Leave it to me. I would if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it, real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat on the radio. True enough, it's difficult to believe his testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembered exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. DJ? The announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Why am I explaining to a lawyer what a radio DJ is? What this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs. He could have heard a gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well. Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. What Harry heard? Okay. What was he saying? What did he say? Please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said to do us? Indeed, Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see why we should care. We should care. So it'll show us time. We should care. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when he said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard a gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had a real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how this helped at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I ever heard. But there's one gleaming of hope in there. I've got to press it. Yeah, it's almost Christmas. Ah, it's got to be that! The point is, it was before midnight. This guy hates me. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you were saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. If you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Something the matter? Your Honor, did you hear what the witnesses said? DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realise what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But it contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Mrs. Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the gunshots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order, wait. Order! Order! The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, the witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Butts claimed he heard a gunshot before midnight? Now the picture. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence. Yes, I do. Show me evidence. Finally. Look at this photograph. It was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 PM. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture, Your Honor. The real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why the photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera that came when it set to go off in response to loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50. This is why the photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was still, most definitely, still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem to be that is the case. Then, where does this leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. The fact the camera was also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove? I'm going to save it. Can you show the court evidence? Fired 3 times. Maybe? Something about the pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witness who were testifying yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now I have realised the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Harry heard just before midnight. I get where he's coming from, but to me, I still don't see how this is changing anything. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night in the lake. Exactly. This is the truth. There were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50 and another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? What's wrong? I have it. Remember the case with Steel Samurai? Yeah, of course I remember. Murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Mayor, yes. If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. I mean, is it safe? We've already got a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up the entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realised the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. No. Listen, rookie, take a deep breath and consider the facts. The time of the murderer, 1 boat was on that lake. It was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on the boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 metre, so it couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit, it's hard to imagine of any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo is 00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain. Edgeworth and the murderer? Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Well, what? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know that Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name is... Lotta Hart? Nah. It's Boat Guy, surely. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. Do you have any ideas who did it? I think it's the boat dude. I think the boat dude is the same guy who was trapped in the elevator. And he was trying to, like, stop whatever the other attorney was trying to tell Edgelord. The Edgelord was probably the other guy was probably trying to tell Edgeworth out of guilt or something. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat. Oh, see? Called it. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond, the caretaker of the boat shop. Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? Well then, where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder took place. I don't know! Am I meant to know this? Boat shop. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Then, just as he starts to head home, he hears a gunshot. You heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would he be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Cord Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Harry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got on the boat with Edgeworth, went out to the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol? Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why to create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Pretty good crafty plan, to be honest. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know anything about automatic cameras, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw the attention to the boat. Once you realise that, everything falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he puts on Miss Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honour. These are the events that transpired that night on Cord Lake. Ah, and that's why his kitchen was released clean. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I'd like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, 3 questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, You heard what the defense said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Miss Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what that is. Your Honour, sir, bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these current circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilise all its forces to find that witness. So, if they can't find the witness by the end of tomorrow, does that make Edgelord guilty by default because of the weird system? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important in this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Someone's got to hang. Yeah, man. We don't care who, we just need a body. Getting to the good bit. Sweet. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out, sure. Once I shifted through his unique testimony. The entire game is a good bit, but yeah, the reveals at the last day of this case. Nice. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgelord. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You can probably try and smile a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether to tell you. No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, but to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. I need to write it into a song. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. The memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Did he shoot his dad? Ho-ho! Well, I was going to stop it there, but I'm going to have to finish this case now, aren't I? December 27th. Yeah, I love this game. I love watching others figure things out. December 27th, 2:11 PM. Wright and Co. Law Offices. What are my predictions? So, I think Edgelord shot his... No. I think the boat guy made Edgeworth think that he shot his dad. Or something like that. The boat guy's definitely the one who did the shooting. He's like some hitman or something, isn't he? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never! Nick. Yo! How? Oh, gee. God. How's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? Had him swooning in the aisles, Herr Mayor. Swooning? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on! Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Larry is the character everyone was screwed out. Of course, look at him. Right, Nick? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in here, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me, yeah. Bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker, the guy's pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick, I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm gonna believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. He was 9. They were friends when they were 9, and they haven't met for years. Like, you don't base anything on from when they were 9, surely. They saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. Like, anybody who I knew when I was 9, I wouldn't take what they said they wanted to do and like what they were like as what they're like now, surely. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. Hey Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? Kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Why dollars? Isn't it meant to be yen? Right? Where is this based? They're based in New York. I swear they've said they were based in Japan. Like, that's what's confused me this whole time. So this bit actually based on the director's experience as a kid. He picked up 5 yen and the teacher ended up accusing him of taking it from a classmate. Oh, wow. 5 yen as well, that's not a lot. And they had a class trial. Oh, wow. You can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Great, thanks for your help. It's a lie, it's in LA. Still, I genuinely thought it was based in America. Not America, in Japan. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. It isn't looking... They fucked it up. Oh, okay. Oh, right, so between versions they changed where it's based. That's really weird. There's Spirit Medium Town nearby and there. Worst but hilarious. I mean, as long as it's funny, that's what you want, innit? I was coming down to school, so I skipped PE that day. Yeah, I need to stop thinking about it, but it just gets me sometimes. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. The next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I did do it. Guilty. Give him the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not going to play with you anymore. Yeah, no borrowing my eraser. You shouldn't be allowed in the relay race. Not the relay race. Now, Phoenix, you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was just staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize and went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in trial is evidence. So yeah, I loved these series as a kid. I wanted everyone to play it, see the entire new generation getting to enjoy it. Nice. Anything else had no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles. Oh, so he's a bit of a dick man then as well. It wasn't you who stole the money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologise. Everyone has been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honour, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. You don't need proof. Make him say you're sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is, and everyone was ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. I feel the case, so I don't spoil it for myself. There's an anime as well? Oh, I might have to watch that. I'll replace the money myself. There's a real-life action movie. No! Place the first 4 cases. Yeah, I will wait, but oh my god, that's sweet. Yeah, I'll wait till I've done the series before I watch anything, but that's good to know. That's how it happened. After that, the 3 of us were the best of friends. 3 best friends that anyone should have. We're the 3 best friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Well, yeah. I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been here, they would have thought I'd done it. So I kind of took it personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the buzz. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes should shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had a lot to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was 7 years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demoned Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, and covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not edgy. I used to know it all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided. You don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgelord? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain and no one else on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgelord. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgelord. It's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'll settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. What have I lost? Oh. Still got quite a lot. So let's go. Hey pal, long time no see. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up, I nearly snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. I'm off to catch me a criminal, I am. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today. Where Lotta was camping? The woods were off limits to camping and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Hey. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. To the beach. Steel eyesore is still missing. Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. The old caretaker got away. I never imagined he might be a real murderer. Ahem. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Aha, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk. Ah, the days of my youth. The scent of a fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Yeah, that is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not sure about that. Hydrate. Ash, you really needed that. Ho ho, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Can I go in? Is that just a thing? Just a run for the hills. Can I go inside? Yes, I can. Has he left the parrot? Horrible. Nobody's home. Hello, hello, squawk? Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for himself. Hello, hello. Maybe I should take... Oh, please don't say we've adopted a parrot. Probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Okay, sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Oh, okay. Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish? You mean pictures of fish they caught, right? Right. But don't all the fish in the wall look really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? That reminds me, Polly knows the number to the safe, right? Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1128. What? It's opening, Nick. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. It's a gun. Okay, let's see what's in there. The only thing in here is a letter. Oh boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on there? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Falling Edgeworth out in the lake, getting firing twice. It's exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think? Surely you can just stop there. Like, this proves that Edgeworth has nothing to do with it. It should now be the police's problem to actually find the right guy. I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out for Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But then who could have written the letter? And what does he mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Ah. What? Tell me. I just remembered when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. See, that's why I don't want to tell you. Nothing left in the safe. Some food. It doesn't look like he used the kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. Well, you thought he was telling the truth? Here's the pole. I don't know if that's going to help. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Do you think the caretaker would mind? Well, we can't just leave it for the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we better not. Okay. Let's back up and go see the other lawyer. I've got to go here. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, there's no time to waste. Let's get going. Well, you're the one who's talking to me. Rosberg Law Officers. He's out again. He said we'll go in. We'll have to come back later. He said to go meet him. Detention center, maybe? You look grim as always, Edgelord. Mr. Edgelord, I heard a story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yeah, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth didn't, you know. That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'll do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? It's so simple. It's your fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edgelord. Perhaps. Have a look at this! Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker... Can we find out his name? So I don't have to call it boat rental caretaker. I see. Revenge on me? Music's changed, it's getting serious. Who's that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all. So, he was following this letter though. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now it's time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. Also says this is your last chance. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi Bear. The suspect of the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. You're right. Oh. Nothing. Fine. I want him to cry. Hey Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? Used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, anyway you look at it. Yeah, he was found innocent. That the defense attorney got him off the hook. And that would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, 3 of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered from oxygen deprivation. Like, I don't get why the elevators are so locked tight. I'd lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. I don't get it. Like, how was he let off for a lack of evidence when? I know that the new rules changed recently, but come on. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know from the courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister to you, Nick. He was a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? Cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. Well, that's... I know, it's possible for some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does in his job is to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's not the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself in, I'll admit. No kidding. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Earthquake. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were in there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
Help, I can't breathe.
Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help. Get us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed in court and Yogi was found innocent. Oh, it's not going to be something like his dad shot himself to preserve oxygen or something. This letter tells him to get revenge. Why would he want to take revenge? Right. There's something that's been troubling me the last few days. I didn't know whether I should tell you. It's a nightmare I've had. The memory of a crime that I committed. The memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. The last 15 years, like, he could have said it in a private booth, but no, he's doing it where he's being filmed and there's a guy behind him. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
Help, I can't breathe. Quiet.
I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're just using up all my air. Stop breathing my air, I'll stop you. Ah, what are you? Stop breathing my air. No, father, he's attacking father. And I see the pistol laying at my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in the court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. That's just a dream, right? So he killed his own father trying to break up the fight with the other guy went loopy. That's the thought that kept me insane. That's the thought is the only thing that's kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that someone shut down memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. If you think about the way the letter makes sense, get your revenge. Think about it, Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against him. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was the true criminal of the DL6. I shot my father. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot about DL6 incident, maybe. There is someone else who knows about it. Can we now go to the law offices? We can. Is he here this time? He is. Mr. Grossberg. Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. It's Mr. Edgeworth. He sobbed. I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. It's only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream is not a dream, it was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired and the deed was done. Ah, but the gun shot twice. Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This is the last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. The gun was shot twice though, I do know that. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Frey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. The plot thickens. Yet Yogi was found innocent. Thus, when my mother left us, everyone called her a fraud. That's right, everyone thought she was, you see. Yeah, now I think about it. It seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. So in reality, Edgelord ruined so many people's lives. Can I show him anything? This took place 15 years ago tomorrow, so tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one but two trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid all the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be erased. So this is the letter. Seems like Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. Oh yeah, but who sent him that? Why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake but for his own. He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, is quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait. This letter. I've seen this handwriting before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Have any idea who wrote this? Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. Oh boy! Oh boy. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does that mean? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Oh man. Because he shot him? He was a gift man, a Chef Studio loss. I wonder what would become of von Karma if he was alive. Ah, beautiful woman. Truly sorry about what I did. Sorry about what? I think I'll stay out of this one. If it was truly von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He will say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until he finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted, he won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence. It was the only penalty von Karma ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth had dealt a blow in his perfect trial record. Wow. Must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. It was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many, many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to Matt? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Mia. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. He wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know? I know that. I believe Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could check again. The police files might hold something of interest. I can't promise anything, in fact, but I think the chances of finding something are slim. I've already found it. There were 2 shots. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check the records room again. Well, now, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there, but I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Mr. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually. He's in the records room. Let's hurry. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. Just noticing that he isn't here. Most of it looks like random junk. What do you think clothespin is for? Don't touch it, it's evidence. More evidence. More evidence. More evidence. One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says Unsolved Cases Evidence. Nick, the file for DL6 is completely empty. What are you doing in here? Von Karma! How did you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. What a creepy thing. This Edgeworth is your student, right? A romancist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear, is none of your business. Tomorrow's trial will be the last day of the trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know that Miles Edgeworth will tell the courtroom tomorrow we were right. Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 tomorrow. Von Karma, please have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? Oh, always got to show people the badge. We instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble of bringing it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. Nick, what is that thing? Stun gun. Self-defense. Indeed. 6,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. Oh, don't worry, people don't die from it usually. Now give me the letter. Ooh. Whoa, what are you? Nick, run!
Ah!
Oh, she's dead. I should have showed him the badge. Out my way. You got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Is she okay? Oh. Is she dead? Letter, did he take it? Oh, yeah, you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. Surely, in the evidence room, the police have cameras. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh wow, she's getting dark. Grr, there has to be some way I can help her. Better do something about her self-confidence first. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? The L67 Emirates number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. When Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Will I? Why does nobody stop him? This is it, Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last, a lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock... Oh my god. She's gained powers! Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on the way out, because that's how it works, a day later. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Maybe she could like Kamehameha it. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear, as promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. Just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yoga says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would you want revenge on Edgeworth if you couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgelord. Defense is ready. The prosecution is ready. Very well. We've reached the final day in our proceedings of this trial. I ask the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood. Don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I'd like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Please bring the witness. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you remember our witness. Lives in the boat rental shop at the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost his memory of his name and identity. Why did you run away? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. Why you left court? I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't have one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Cheeky nipper. Has to know his name. Right, what do I have in my things? All this. Still got a file on the DR6 and so on. Oh, still got the photograph. We didn't take much. Why did you leave? I was about to say why. It's so hard for you to quietly listen. Why would you say? Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why don't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost in things. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on the way back to the shack. Yeah, why? Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see, so he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You lost much of your memory, is this correct? Yep, seems like it. And how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with the incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses. Very well, witness, please continue. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't have one. How could you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself. This witness has no memory, and he can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, I'm going to be the same thing over and over. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. Does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness says he has nothing to do with the case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Wait! Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I'd like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Alright, please tell me his name. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? The name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, if you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. Why do I need proof when you have no proof of the alternative? This is it. I have to do it now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. How are you going to prove it? How can you prove he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to his fingerprints on the file of Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. The witness has no fingerprints. You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burnt my fingers from working with the stuff out. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burn your fingerprints to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess there is not be able to prove his identity. Well, what would you do, Mr. Wright? Seems like the case has been decided, no? How? There is more proof pointing towards this guy than anyone else, yet they're like, nope, still Edgeworth's fault. I know what happened, I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this, I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is, no one. Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? No, you're not going to. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Exactly, Your Honor. I'd like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Wait.
Order! Order!
Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, you should go through with this. Nothing comes up of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Well, you still want to go through with your little game? Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem, very well, witnesses. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Who is your owner? Hello, hello. Great. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. I don't know, what do we do? Say the right words. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. What do I say? Called 2 days ago. Polly, have you forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Yeah, make him tell about that. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. Squawk. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Say something we forgot. It's not working, Nix. You won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't you say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond if we asked if we've forgotten something? Well, I guess we should try and get some information out of her. Let's try something else. Polly, what is your name? Polly. I think we've established the parrot's name is Polly. Do you have anything to do with the customer? Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim the parrot's name to prove the owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Do you think you're taking bluffing a little too far? Listen. We're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he's Yanni Yogi. What we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals their identity is... Maybe? Well... Can't believe that you're speaking to a parrot. Neither can I right now. Well, I guess we should try to get some information. Oh, I've done it again. No, don't pester the parrot about that. only thing I can say now is the safe number. Let's just try and get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what is the number of the safe in the shack? 1128. 1128. My, what a reckless parrot. Oh, Mr. Wright. You were claiming that the numbers have something to do with the caretaker? Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Oh, I've done something right. How could the numbers Yogi? Does it spell Yogi or something? Show us your proof. What could possibly link? 116. Oh, I didn't realise this had something in it. The end of it is in terms of the constant 25. Bullet is found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. 17. There's nothing in there, is there? Note there. I keep forgetting you can, like, go into things. No, nothing there. I mean, all I can do is that. What's this obsession you have with the case? Mr. Wright, where is this file with someone to relate to the safe number? Oh. I was right, but how? 1337. Do you want some advice? If it gets hilarious that I'm just really missing something obvious. So what are my options? Case summary, victim data, or suspect data? Defense term, he tracks in the thing returning from... Oh wait, victim data, 1 bullet. Alright. There's arrest. Polly Jenkins. Committed suicide. That's why it's the bird. So if I went the... Why is it called Polly? I now know the answer. But I don't know why it's 117. Or 1772, whatever it was. Just gonna... This file is a case 15 years ago. I don't see anything about safe in here at all. I believe it's another one of my bluffs, it was. Right, it's alright, I know what to do now. Question this. What is your name? It matters. Because of this. That's quite a large file of evidence you have there. Which page of proof is on then? Very well. Please show us the page. Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? What was his fiancée's name? Holly. Exactly, Your Honour. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I mean, Polly is like, as far as parrot names go.
Objection.
Ah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog called Phoenix. Well, Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? Well... I've got to go. Good luck with the case. Thanks, Smash. Hope you tune in next time. I'm just going to finish this case and then I'll stop anyway. Oh, thank you for the follow. She's only 7 years old. Okay, that made it weird now. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Nick, we're getting closer. One more. Very well. Oh, no, I need to get both, don't I? Safe number. 1228. Okay.
Take that!
One, two, oh, 1228, the date. If I actually read the number right, that would have been a lot easier last time. So on the case summary page, specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28. Well, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Use the date of the incident, the number for his safe. That's how important that date was to him. Certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do not set their secret numbers to dates. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 001 because I'm number one. That has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker from the boat shop. Immediately. That's what. Slap his little face in. Tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I've wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Order! Order!
Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Hammond? Tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. Oh, Jesus. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said, I was mentally unsound. He told me he would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. Oh, so he's just coming through with it all, is he? Nice. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years, this was it. Finally a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgelord. I have no regrets. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit I killed the guy. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well, would the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections? Don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Objection!
Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. I'm not innocent at all. As you've heard, Yanni Ogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? He's trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell him he was the murderer in the DL6. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do?
Objection!
The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to clear Miss Edgeworth out. Or clear her. Oh, finally they want to hear him. For 15 years, I have a recurring dream. When I was a young boy. Nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Ogi wasn't a killer. You mean the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me, Your Honor. I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6. The statute of limitations ends today. The culprit is me. Who's he pointing to? Oh.
Order! Order! Order!
This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. Not really sure how we should deal with this. Ah, it's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for a crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Here we go. I'm sorry, Wright. I've wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but the truth, I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstance. This is crazy. Nick, what are you doing? I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. It's just a dream, it's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony, then though pointless, let the defence do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. Does the defence have any objections? No, Your Honour. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is that correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about the dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, but only if I can get it to work. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop them fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That is all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. I always thought the DL6 thing would be like the final one. So there's still one more. That day, I'd gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. What was the trial you were involved in? I don't remember things very clearly, only 2 things. I know my father lost and Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. It was the day he got disgraced. It was 15 years ago, I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out problem in Von Karma's evidence. I was meant to leave an earthquake stream. So, there were 3 people, including you, trapped in the elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first. As time passed and no one came to help, they lost their composure. What did you do then? I was 9-year-old at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assumed it was Bailiff Yanni Yogi's. Safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. When you picked it up, what happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. What? Don't stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting thick, so I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot. Gun fired once. Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and the horrible scream. The scream. Yeah, so... Well, the weapon was fired twice. It's gotta be this.
Objection!
Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you do not. Look at this file one more time. Plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this as evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts his testimony? Just let me read it, and then I'll tell you. Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Also, it was shot through the heart with a scream. Yeah, the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is stated the pistol did fire twice. However, we didn't know when the second shot was fired. Might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with the incident. I see. Do you have a point, Mr. Wright? The murder weapon was fired twice. Yeah, I've got a picture! I've got proof. Well, Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. See the proof. No, not my badge. Because I am an attorney. I show my badge for everything. Look at this photograph. This is the photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see the victim laying here is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. The photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired where? Your Honor, please, get a clue. Contradiction in the photo. A window.
Take that!
Should be obvious the contradiction is here. The bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot fired from the pistol. Yet, there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We know the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order! Wait.
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. Time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. The other hit the elevator door. Remember, the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out? In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. But who could that someone be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Look at what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. The pistol had indeed been fired 2 times. Then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. It does have a point. That second bullet was never found. Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet claimed Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. There's undoubtedly something else that had made that bullet hole in the door. Mr. Wright has proven one thing which was quite clear. The murder weapon was fired twice at the incident. However, Mr. Von Karma says the second bullet fired was not found. It's highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defence's claim. I praise Judge for his wisdom on this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about the whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Mayor. It looks like I was wrong. If the second bullet wasn't there, then my conjectures were all for nothing. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you would get Edgeworth declared innocent. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. So certain I thought I'd run. Thought there was another person, someone else who fired a killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. I'd like to ask one more thing of Miles Edgeworth, to ask my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honour. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your old father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now, indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. Just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank, I can't find the words.
Objection!
Objection! Your Honour! I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? I don't know, his case is perfect. Must exist. Second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist, but where? Someone took it. Seems waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honour. The second bullet, it existed. But we've just heard the proof that it did not exist. I realise that, Your Honour. I'm really grasping it. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer, then tell us, who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. Criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there something pressing need? there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Of course there was a need, that's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet from the scene was... maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof. It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory. Uh-oh. Why would they only take one if 2 shots were fired? Well... the murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time looking for a stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it, the murderer. What's that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Yes, Your Honor. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take the bullet. What do you mean? Well, for instance, maybe the bullet hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was just talking up my head, but what if that's really what happened? So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. I guess that's how it would work, yes. There's a problem with that. Of the other 2 people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi were both unarmed. So that would mean the murderer came from the outside, yes. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up a pistol by his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. The murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right, I can't think I can. I just thought something pretty crazy. Remember what Miss Grossberg said yesterday? Dealt a blow with his perfect trial record. Because he took several months away. Yeah, this is what I thought. Von Karma gonna get wrecked. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but because he was injured? Which would mean he was the murderer. It was the man who shot at Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Something on, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. You've indicated the possibility that the murderer came from the outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Should I come out and say his now? Let's say it. Your Honor, there is a suspect, one lone suspect. This certainly is interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. Von Karma. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one who's standing right over there? You don't object? I see no need. Why, Honor, this is ridiculous outburst of my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor and a witness. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't pull bullets out yourself, but you can. What does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Can you produce evidence? I'm just gonna go for it. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll use the evidence. I know how much you like it so much. The evidence proves Von Karma's shot is... the metal detector! Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't leave surgery, leaving it as an evidence trail. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma preferred surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Oh my god! The... the metal detector's working! We could use this metal taker. I'm gonna run it over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? What refusing this means? You acknowledge that the bullet is still inside of you. Wait.
Order! Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we are allowed to use the metal detector. I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out in this case today. It was you who said it had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Wrecked. He reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Well, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. This isn't how court works. Like, gah. Can you prove that the bullet is from DLC? Oh wait, yeah, ballistic markings. Yeah, I can't use any evidence. Without proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. You were close, one day away from freedom, but you see I have proof. Who would have thought you'd dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Oh yeah. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Miss Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, and all its ballistic markings intact. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. I have 2 bullets in our possession. One bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other, Mr. Von Karma, is buried in your shoulder. We could analyse both bullets, and then if markings matched, you would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder, and compare the ballistic markings to them of this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? You are... Oh god, he's gone Super Saiyan. You are... Ooh, that scream. I've heard the scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're making it easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Throws the gun. Get away from my father. Shoots. And then...
Rawr!
I shot him. It's the scream I've heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma. It was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma.
Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me.
So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I will bury you, or bang my head against it completely. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalised. I've covered you for you in the past, but not this time. It was a shock like none I have ever known. Me, penalised? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I find myself in darkness. I was in the courtroom. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black, the lights had gone out. I went into my hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The door elevator opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all laying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then, it was destiny. His last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge, what are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honour. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. The court finds defendant Mr. Miles Edgeworth not guilty. Confetti! Everyone cheers. That is all. Wait, no! What about punishing the other dude? What? What? Put Von Karma in prison! Surely! Do you see if Ethel Karma looked at him paler than usual? He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, then crushed. I gotta say I'm impressed. It was pretty close though. I'm sure we had it. I know I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself, but now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgelord. Right. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry. I'm not that good at this sort of thing. You've got a lot to learn, Edgelord. Just got you there. Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. Oh, hydrate. Thanks, Ellie. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Oh, why's she here now? You were great in there, thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, we'll let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Laura? You me? I went back to college. I went! It's like 3 days after Christmas. But but it's the day after, like, deciding you didn't want to? That's too bad. Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Well, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kiance. She's gonna live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, is this the end of the game? Is it like all feel good? Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not like police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right, yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, it's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? What weird amount? I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. I think there's one more. I thought there was one more case. It just seems to be this is the way of la la la. $38 exactly. Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? No. Larry, it was you. What are you so surprised about, right? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. And they say the rest is history. I was never good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back at school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, it's sure an unexpected turn of events, eh? There's the other two storylines. Fair play. Edgeworth, you should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out on Mr. Edgeworth? If you say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. Death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I'd known, I would have become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. The longest time I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I'd known the truth, I'd become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. It's photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner on me. Ah, everyone's so happy. Detective Gumshoe took us out of the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. That night. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. It's still only 5, maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this, a letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't, I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Aww. Goodbye? What time is it? The first train to the mountains have already left. To the station. Guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick, Mayor. So you're leaving? Yeah, it's hard to be a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits, and I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? What about to say? Wait. I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. On the last day of the trial, I heard her. Heard Mia's voice. Yes, only heard her voice, but still. It was at the very end when we thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless. Were you the one who stopped Von Karma, Mia? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Show me some evidence. My badge. Sorry, Nick, I guess I don't understand. One day I'll come back and be useful. Oh, if I did the right thing, would she have not left? I just wanted to show her my badge. So my story ends, time to turn a new page. Say goodbye to the novice defense attorney I once was. Now a new story begins. The same old crazy cast of characters. Ah, don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you would like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. Well, no, she still would have left. No, fair. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Wanna know what the right proof was? Yeah, go on. Haven't seen him lately. Homie, I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. The bullet. Oh, fair. That makes sense. Just wanted to show my badge. No one ever seems to care about my badge. You're right. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. Who's this dude? I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney who I wrote that affidavit for, yes. You should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. I mean, you definitely can. Oh god, she's talking. Oh, make it stop. Make it stop. Pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of public eye until the show's over. I don't want to ruin any kids' dreams. Just realised my sub-goal is an absolute mess. Oh, we got a letter from May the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing underneath the waterfall. Right, who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? When I saw her One inside the Pink Princess. Oh, what a dog. It's kind of shocked from a boy at tender age. Me, I'm training to become a paranormal photographer. Well, she changed it very quickly, didn't she? Victory! Spooky ghost. But just hand out the confetti to everyone. Oh. Ha! Love it. A brand new episode has been added. And we'll do that next time. I quite like the way that ended. I like that. Well, that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. As I said at the start, I finally sorted out my YouTube, so I'm uploading all my streams to then, so you can watch them in more of a audiobook style. Yeah. So obviously, if you can't tune in when I'm actually streaming, you'll be able to sort of watch it through then in sort of a chronological order. I am planning to sort of cut them up and do a sort of TLDR more cut version, but at least for now the streams are actually available. As always, thanks for watching. Lots of love. Bye bye. No, he's just talking about pasta. I'm an attorney. That's a lawyer. Oh my god, it worked! It worked finally! Showing the badge to somebody did something! Yes, it is! I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognise my badge. Exactly! Nope, he's just talking about pasta. I'm an attorney. That's a lawyer. Oh my god, it worked! It worked finally! Showing the badge to somebody did something! Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the